Hello everyone, I am Hemasati Sharma and student we are discussing the chapter called Friction for class 8th. This is our second lecture in series and we have already discussed the definition of the friction and what is friction. So in our second lecture we will be discussing the causes of friction. So there are two main causes of friction. One is interlocking of surfaces and other is force of adhesion. So we have studied till far that friction is a contact force and it comes into play whenever there are two surfaces which are in contact and there is a relative motion between these two surfaces. So when there is a motion between the two surfaces, what happens that the lower surface will exert or the non-moving surface will exert force which is in the opposite direction of the moving motion will comes into play, and this force is called frictional force. So why this frictional force is happening, or what are the causes of friction? There are two main causes. One is interlocking of surfaces, that means the two surfaces which are coming in contact, they are interlocking with each other, and second is force of adhesion, that means the two surfaces which are coming in contact are adhering to each other, and these are the two main reasons for friction to come into play. Now we will take these two one by one. First of all, interlocking of surfaces. So we know that surfaces are rough. You have seen the road which is black in color and it is very rough. Then you have seen floor tiles of your home which are comparatively less rough, and then you have seen mirror of your homes which are smoother. So when we see that these surfaces are rough and the roughness is relative to each other, or they are rougher or smoother as compared to one another. Now we should know that why a surface is appearing rough to us. If I say that road is rough than the floor tile of our the tile floor of our house. So why the road is rough? Because road is having irregularities in the surface. So whenever there are irregularities in the surface, we say that surfaces are rough. So now what happens? Now these two surfaces which are coming in contact have irregularities in them. So upper surface is also having irregularity and the lower surface is also having irregularities. These irregularities are often mentioned as hills and valleys. So you must be knowing that what are hills and what are valleys. So these are these weak kind of structure. So this is called hill and this is called valley. So these irregularities are similar to hills and valleys. So whenever these two surfaces which are having irregularities come in contact with each other, they form hills and valleys structures. Now these hills and valleys, they interlock with each other. Now what is happening? This is upper surface having hills and valleys, and this is lower surface having hills and valleys. So what is happening? Interlocking of these hills and valleys is happening. Now because of this interlocking of hills and valleys, what is happening? Interlocking of surface is also happening. Now because of this interlocking, the friction is coming into play. So the surfaces which are around us have many irregularities, and these irregularities causes roughness of the surface. That means the surface which is having more irregularities will be rough than the surface which is having less irregularities. Even the surface which appears very smooth to us may have irregularities if you see them by the microscope. And the roughness varies from surface to surface, because that means some surfaces are more rough and surfaces are less rough. Why does this variation is there? Because of the variation in irregularities on the surfaces. So the more is the roughness of the surface, the larger is the number of irregularities, and hence the greater will be the friction. So here we can see that the roughness of the surface is dependent upon the irregularity. More the irregularity, more the roughness, and now the more the roughness, more will be the friction. So here in this picture we can see these are two surfaces. the wooden block and the surface. Now wooden block is also having irregularity and the surface is also having irregularity. When they will come in contact, what will happen? The interlocking of these hills and valley will happen, and thus when you pull this object towards this direction, the lower surface will exert a force which will be because of the interlocking, and that force will be called frictional force. Hence, friction is caused by the irregularities on the two surfaces in contact. Here also one more example is there. Book is kept on the table, and the upper one are the irregularities of the book and the lower one are the irregularities of the table. So what is happening here? You can see this is blue one is the irregularities of book and brown one is the irregularity of table. So some kind of interlocking between these two surfaces is happening. That is why the lower surface is resisting the motion of the upper surface. So we have seen that friction is caused due to the interlocking of irregularities which is between the two surfaces which are coming in contact. Now there are two kind of surfaces, smooth surface and rough surface. Smooth surface will be called smooth. Why? Because there are minute irregularities between these two surfaces. Surfaces will be called rough because they have larger irregularities between these two surfaces. So force of friction is more if the surface is rough, and the force of friction is less if the surface is smooth. So you must have observed that the road is rough, hence the friction is more, and the tile floor is smoother as compared to road, hence the friction is also less. So when we attempt to move one object over the other, we have to apply a force so that the interlocking of these irregularities between the two surfaces and friction produced can be overcome. So we have to apply force to remove the interlocking. A surface produces friction when it slides or roll over another surface. So now here one more point is there, that a surface which is producing friction will produce the friction if the object is sliding or if the object is rolling. What do you mean by if the object is rolling? That means there is a rotational motion. So if you are walking, that means you are sliding on the surface and the friction is sliding friction. And when you are moving on skates, if you have tied your skates and you are moving, that means you are rolling over the surface, and then also the surface will exert friction force on you, and that will be called rolling friction. And obviously sliding friction is more than the rolling friction. Same is the case if you carry or if you push a box or if you push a suitcase, it will be sliding, and if you take a trolley suitcase, it will be rolling. And it is always much easier to take a trolley suitcase because it rolls, and since it rolls, the rolling frictions come into play, and the rolling friction is always less than sliding friction. Now we will be discussing force of adhesion. So whenever two surfaces come in contact, it leads to the formation of various contact points. So we know that whenever friction will come into play, only if their two surfaces are in contact, and now we know all the surfaces are rough. So whenever these rough surfaces are coming in contact, what is happening? There are contact points. So the atoms or molecules which are present at the point of contact will give rise to attractive forces, and these attractive forces may be called as force of adhesion. Now since the two surfaces are now adhered because of the attractive forces between the atoms and the molecules of two surfaces, it will oppose the motion of the body. It will not allow the body to move further. Hence the force of adhesion acting between two surfaces cause friction. So in this picture you can see that these are the two surfaces which are completely adhered, and these are the two surfaces which are incompletely adhered. So here the adhesion is complete and adhesion is more, and here the adhesion is incomplete. So if you want to move the above surface, in the second case it will be easier to move, while Since here force of adhesion is more, so it is difficult to move the upper surface. So when we attempt to move one object over the other, we have to apply a force to overcome the force of adhesion between the surfaces. So what we are doing to move a body, when a force of friction is coming into play, we have to overcome two kind of forces. One is the force which is because of the interlocking, and second is the force of adhesion. So in our next lecture, we will be discussing factors affecting friction. Thank you.